Welcome to the Survivor Fans Podcast. I'm Joanne.
And I'm Stacy. We're here with Aubry and Tai from Survivor Game Changers and Co-Wrong.
Hello.
Hi, guys. Thanks for speaking with us today.
Of course. Oh, thanks for interesting.
Did you consider not playing Survivor again, or was it an easy yes for you, Aubry?
I had come off of knowing that I lost for a year and sitting with it, and of course, I love this game and would go back and play. In the ideal world, it wouldn't have been 10 days after a finale that had the reception that our finale had, but I didn't know, and I said yes, that it would have that reception, so no regrets. I love this game, and I'm not going to say no.
What about you, Tai?
Oh, no. I mean, I think if you ask all the survivors, they'll come back, in a heartbeat. Mm-hmm. But I think sometimes you need to be a little bit distant from the game. Maybe a year or two, you need to grow from it. You need to really watch it. Because the things, from one season to the next, it's linger and it's affecting us. I still have nightmare and dream about it for months and hopefully not years later. I spoke to people that that's how to survive it. Oh, yeah, years later, you still thinking about it.
It's the worst.
It's a chance of a lifetime. It's the most of it. You learn about yourself and you learn about what you're capable of, and just amazing, just like Cirie said, get off the couch.
Right.
So everybody can do it.
What did you do different this time to prepare, Tai?
To prepare, I'll just, I know my strength, I know I'm likable, just be who I am socially, I'm fine. I think for me, going in, I need to be have a better relationship with the jury. I think one single vote last time, so I said I need to have a real relationship. I'm not going to piss off. I want to be on the right side of the vote. Yeah, so, and from what Jeff last night, the poll that Jeff did, I know it's pretty amazing. What's a gift that Jeff gave me? I feel a little more confident. Say, wow, I did something right. I guess I at least some vote if I got to the final. So I was proud.
Oh, you would have had them.
Yeah, I know you would, Aubry. I know
you would have had them.
You would. I'm not sure. It's a 50-50 chance, but I was sure that at least get a couple votes. Yeah, I know you were really, if I would make a final four and final three, you were
I think you undercut your game sometimes. I think that you have all the moves. It's just a matter of telling the story, and I think you played
Exactly. Well. Yeah, I feel I was playing a really good game, and that's something I really need. If CBS ever asked me back, I really need to be able to explain and connect all the dots. I'm not able to. I did a lot of different things. I'm not able to own it. I'm not able to. I don't know. Maybe I'm just more humble. I'm not able to just brag about it. Like somebody brag about themselves. I have never say I'm good about anything. I don't do that. Even at the top. Even like the finding idol. It's luck. It's a matter of luck. So for me,
I don't know. There's some skill there, Tai. How about you, Aubry? What did you do, if anything, different to prepare this time?
Well, I got in insane shape. It was the best shape of my life, which also was kind of the worst possible thing I could have done. I was dying day 3 because I think I had more muscle mass, and if I ever did it again, I think I'd go in chunkier. But I did take notes on all the people I thought could be out there. I had a notebook of people's strengths, weaknesses, what they felt they did wrong, what they were sensitive about, what they were self-aware about, what they weren't self-aware about, who they liked to play with, who they had it's on LinkedIn where it says this is a second connection, not a first level, do Kevin Bacon where they say everyone's connected to Kevin Bacon by 7 people, and I kind of had a map of where I thought people would go. So I had the opportunity to analyze people, but the funny thing is, my page for Sarah just said extremely loyal and doesn't like people who compromise their integrity by swearing on them, which is super funny because she swore on her son more than Tony swore on his badge. So she did something right.
What did you think of the new final tribal council format, Aubry?
I loved it. I think the roundtable is great. I think it gives the player the opportunity to showcase everything that they did. And I think it gives the jury the opportunity to really inspect every aspect, all the nuances of the player. I think it maintains the integrity of the show because the onus is still on the player to explain why they deserve to win, but I also think it kind of credits the jury in that the jury should be responsible and take their job seriously enough that they're able to adjust on the fly based on the information they're given to kind of look beyond those preconceived notions and see what really happened. And I think that if we had had that round table, perhaps in co-wrong, that it could have been a different result. And a big thing at the end of this season with the round table, I think if Tai was in that final three, it would have been an excellent format for Tai to really kind of have the opportunity to get to the meat of what he did in his game. So I think it's great, and I think it showcases things that otherwise wouldn't be showcased. I hope they keep it. It was a very rich thing to watch back. I felt like I really understood all the players.
How about you, Tai? What did you think of that new format?
Yeah, I agree with Aubry completely. I think it's a great format, and I think, I think we have the same opportunity in Kabong. I was able to articulate myself a little bit better. In general, I can just tell, I can go on and on about telling what I do, but when I get confronted with a very direct question, it's very problematic for me to form thought and just answer specifically. Like even doing tribal, every single tribal, I'm terrified to be confronted by Jeff's question. Because every time I open my mouth, it seems like I would say something wrong. I'm just not able to articulate what I was thinking correctly. I love it. I think they should keep it. I agree with everything Aubry saying about, and thank you, Aubry, for that vote of confidence, right? But I really appreciate that.
I also think it's important to just bring up the aspect of the self-policing on the jury. Because the jury gets to interact kind of with each other and the players, and it is a conversation instead of kind of a one-sided, here's the question, answer it, that the jury gets to self-police. So if someone comes up there and they're just like, I hate you, somebody else can say, yeah, but why? Let's get to the bottom of that, and let's let the person explain this and that. And I think that's super important, the self-policing aspect of the jury. And I know I took my responsibility as a jury member this time. That's a big responsibility, and I'm sure Tai, I bet you feel similarly about that, and it's just nice to have this now.
Aubry, did you know that Tai was going to play his second idol for you?
We had talked about it, and I was hoping he did, but at that point in the game, my fate was in Tai's hands, and I was super grateful that he did. It meant a lot to me. It was kind of an honor to be sitting next to Tai last night on the stage, even though we weren't in 2 and 3, we were in 4 and 5. And I thought he was going to play it for me because I knew that he saw what was going on, and I'm just happy he did.
Yeah, we try to get control back to the game. Little do we notice I'm out of toy, out of idol to be played with. But when I told Aubry I would play for her, I was completely sincere to play for her because I would try to flip it and try to get control with game with Cirie and Aubry at that time. Yeah.
Tai, what's the secret to knowing when to play and when not to play those? We're always impressed when you don't play them when we think you desperately need to.
I think, I have a certain instinct, or I also have a sense of the vibe of the game, of people around me, and I also was working with Sarah very tightly from day one. I know I was in the right side of the vote in most of the vote, until when the Cirie debacle happened, and Sarah. I don't think Sarah. She and I were working together. I don't think she lied to me at all until toward the end. Other than a couple blind signs with Debbie, but it was not directly toward me. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I just have a certain instincts and vibe, and I just still even in tribal. I say, oh, I'm the bottom. I feel I'm threatening. No, that was a lot of stuff that are all acting for me. I just want to get people. Maybe that was a mistake for me to say that, so that way people feeling have a certain perspective in. Oh, Tai's the bottom, or Tai's the a target. And when you have that target in your back, you don't get blow up this time. Next time, suddenly you have a label that I wish target Tiger and all. He's sneaky, or he's feel paranoid. When I say stuff like that, suddenly I put a label on myself. I think that's my problem. But I was confident when I don't play. I sit still, and I know I'm not going to call. And maybe it's a fool in my part, but I trust my instinct, trust my heart on that.
You're the idol whisperer, Tai. I swear you can communicate with inanimate objects like you do with chickens. It's amazing.
Aubry, what was it like for you to watch all the immunities being played at once and to realize you were losing an ally in Cirie?
Oh, I felt like every tribal after when Andrea went home, I was just like, you got to be kidding me, guys. I had this premonition that Brad was going to go on this run because I knew that he felt on the bottom, and he has like that professional athlete, like, I'm going to get vengeance, like, I can pull it out. So Andrea went, and then Michaela went, and then when Cirie went, it stunk. I have so much respect for her, and I really felt for her in that moment. Like, the fact that Cirie was in the final 6 was a miracle. Like me, she had an uphill battle. She was on the outs of her tribe. You saw it in the premiere. Cirie was not in a good position, and she worked her magic to get there. So, and Cirie and I bonded at the merge over the fact that we felt like we were the outside looking in. So it was emotional. I have so much respect for Cirie. She's a very special place in my heart.
What about you, Tai? What did that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, she's amazing. Like, she's like so good with. I have a special bond with her too. She's like we have a lot of special time together. You know, but we try to work together. You know, but I couldn't save her. You know. Yeah, it was tough, but she did not get one single vote when she left the game. So, and especially when she had to cross over that beam, it's such a gift to all of us. Right, watching that moment, like I remember saying, "My God, I'm all seeing out right now, like how that moment would give to all of us, viewer and the world, like you can do it. You gotta try. You gotta keep persistent, and every time I'm in a difficult situation." That moment you're going to come up, she's going to give me inspiration, and she's just wonderful.
Aubry, did you have any injuries while you were out there or health issues after you got back?
No, I just really, the weight thing was super tough this time. I got really little. Nothing out of the normal. It's just being at peace with letting your immune system and nervous system get back to normal after kind of going through hell. But yeah, I was okay. It wasn't easy though, I'd say. It's Survivor, Tai and I didn't play back-to-back, but watching your first season, watching both seasons, it really is like an emotional journey, and I did a lot of work, and then I didn't have much time between the end of that emotional journey and the real physical journey, and I really took the opportunity to kind of mentally ground myself. This has been like developmentally, I've decided to make this a positive thing in my life, and spent a lot of time just like grounding myself.
Yeah, it was really interesting watching you wrestle with all that in your Ponderosa video. We appreciated that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I feel very lucky that they were able to produce that and that I have that.
Tai, we noticed that you had a cut on your head at one point last night in the finale. Did you have any injuries, significant injuries, or were there any health issues when you got back?
No, I mean, that I was surprised. I mean, vaguely remember that cut. I don't remember how I got that. I had a bigger problem to deal with at that moment. No, I don't. But actually, I came in like 10 pounds heavier, but I did not eat after that martial reward for long. I mean, all the way to the end, I did not eat at all. I didn't go to any reward, and all we had was coconuts. Like those coconuts, eating oil. Every morning I got to run. Every afternoon I got to run. I felt like, and I always think, I'm physically fit enough. Food doesn't matter, but food is tied directly to how you think. Without food, you're not gonna do well in challenge. You're not gonna think clearly, and you start affecting a symbiotic relationship in social, how you think, and you don't have enough calories in your brain. You're gonna be messed up. But after the fact, I came back. I feel like I was in a little bit better shape than season 32. But other than you're always reliving with the psychological aspect of it. It's still haunting me all the time. But I was in a better shape this time.
Yeah, you have to remember, we were in like the Grim Reaper season where people were like nearly, like Caleb had a pretty bad go. So I think Tai and I are like, oh, I remember being in Koh Rong, and I'm like, oh, this is normal, right? Oh, no, this isn't normal.
Fiji was cold. I mean, I was cold.
Fiji was cold.
It was really cold at night. The wind was blowing like crazy. We huddled around the fire. I mean, I deal better with corona, actually. I didn't have any infection. I feel like at home. The landscape's more gentler. It's just for me, it's more familiar. Fiji is beautiful. It's rugged. A little bit like angry fire god or something, It's the winter time in Fiji right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, Aubry, was there anything you wish had been shown about you that didn't get aired?
I mean, this is the analogy I've been using because I'm the wacky analogy queen, whether you love it or hate it. I felt like the season for me was like a train barreling down the tracks to day 39. Nuku was in charge. They were driving the train, and what I was constantly trying to do was throw a rock at that train to derail it, slow it down, and find where I could jump on. And I'm proud of the game I played, and the thing was, I was always scrambling to get those people to make the move, so I'm good with it. I think that you saw where the moves were really stemming from, and I was working my butt off, but there's only 43 minutes to show of 3 days, and if you saw what I was doing, it was constantly hustling to find a way to get the target off of me and developing relationships with people, and I didn't have time with Nuku people aside from JT until the second swap. So in essence, when I went into the merge 9-4 with the Nuku, it was almost like I had been plopped into the game and not had a pre-merge with them. So I was doing some fundamental trust building really quickly. So I was at that phase of the game when other people had alliances like Blood Bond ready to go.
What about you, Tai? Was there anything you wish had been shown about you?
I do. I wish I showed a little more relationship. Me and Sarah working from day one. We all were checking with each other about the vote and everything. That didn't get explained too well. I know there's really time limit, and also my time with Brad. And Brad is an amazing guy. We have a lot of special time together. I mean, one thing was disappointing when I showed was he and I climbed this cliff together, and he's like sitting on the edge, like a razor edge cliff. I was next to it. There's still a photograph of it. I should post it sometime. It's amazingly beautiful. We shared a lot of common things together. That was a really special moment. We ate a bug together, ate some bug, some stuff together. We the only two that did it, and I was going to go to the end with him. He's a special guy. It's too bad that what was shown was not, what happened in the final was just it's a bad situation. But that's not Brad at all. I mean, I love the guy together. He's truly an amazing guy. And we were put in a game situation and things happened. I don't think he had nothing bad in his, and him. He had great. I mean, I know he cared a lot for me, and we're great friends right now. And
Brad, I
also
also had a positive
more
experience with Brad. Brad and I really bonded on a personal level, especially at the beginning of the game. So I just want to add that.
And he's a hard worker. I mean, he's like a family man. He took care of all of us, like his kids.
He took care of that whole camp.
Yeah, the whole camp. He go breaking fire. He go fishing all the time. I mean, everybody's getting along really well with Brad. I mean, that side didn't get. I think that they show a little bit of it, but my relationship with Brad, I wish they show a little bit more of it. And Troy's-An as well. We're all together, like the three amigos.
Let's wrap it up on a light note. What was your funniest and most embarrassing moment this time, Aubry?
Oh, I actually have a really good one. It was one of the water challenges. I may have been the Cirie, when Cirie got over the beam, but I didn't realize that we were all lined up, and I was super hungry. And I'm standing there in the line, and I'm peeking out down the line of people, and I didn't realize we started talking to Jeff, and Jeff goes, Aubry, what are you doing? And I said, I don't know how many people are left. I was so delirious at that point. So, yeah, that was funny. I enjoyed that moment.
And we heard there was an incident with some streaking.
Oh, yeah. Sarah and I streaked, and it made Andrea jealous because Andrea was the showman. I was the showman Andrea wanted to happen, but I went and I streaked with Sarah anyway on the overnight reward. So, yeah, the cop got a little frisky. She did a strip search and I guess streaked with me.
I wish I was there to see it.
Well, you did.
We got to see Tai, though.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Tai, how about your funny or embarrassing moment?
I'm not funny and embarrassing. I don't know. I don't remember. But the one thing the moment where if you guys saw, I was noodling this eel that's in this little hole that I was literally noodling with the eel. I have the eel biting me so I can grab onto it so it can come out. It was pretty crazy moment. It's a really bonding moment, a special moment with me and Troy. We were down there. The tide coming in. I said, okay. I keep putting my hand in there and let the eel bite me. I was all completely bloody. But the eel came out. So, that was so. But that was a special moment. And, yeah. How but it's a big game. There's so many things happen in the game. I understand why they can. I don't have time for it.
Yeah. What's next for you, Tai?
I've been going back. Literally, the 2 days I get back from the show, I'm just being a gardener, climbing trees, and every day mowing and climbing tree, and that's that's my focus right now. There's nothing now. It's good. It's good to go back to the real reality. Yeah, but I'm so happy to have that experience. It's amazing. I was so fortunate to be able to play twice.
What's next for you, Aubry?
I will be looking for a job, trying to get back more into a creative field. I had been a journalist before Survivor. I went into social media, and I'm looking to get back into the writing and kind of production and short videos and things like that. So looking to make my next move, and I love Survivor dearly, but it's time to work on Aubry and not Survivor Aubry for a little while.
Where can we find you? How do we follow you?
Oh, I am on Twitter at Aubry Bracco with no E in my first name, and Instagram, the same handle, and you can keep up what I'm doing. And yeah, I have a website, a portfolio of my work, aubrybracco.com, and we'll see what happens for me.
Excellent.
Well, guys, it was a joy to see you both play again. Thank you for speaking with us today, and good luck to you both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.